What's up, y'all? My name is Devontae, and I sacrificed my time so you don't have to. Link is down in the description box below if you want to follow along with the article. We're going to break down WWE 2K24 if you're not familiar with what's going to be in the game so far. We're going to talk about the modes that they've announced so far, and I would say the cover stars, but you already see it on the thumbnail. It's Cody Rhodes on the standard edition, and they have a deluxe edition with Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. And then there's another edition with, I think they're calling it the 40 Years of WrestleMania or something along the lines of that. But we'll talk about that in a minute because there are more things I want to say about that. Actually, probably not. I could say it right here. It's not really much to talk about. I kind of wish it would have been Seth and Roman for one cover and Bianca and Rhea for another cover. And I see people in the comment section, I get it. Your opinion. You think of them as mid-carders. It is what it is. I just mean from the perception that they're your two top champions and arguably your two top male stars as we speak right now. Would have probably preferred them as the cover stars, but, it's just the cover star at the end of the day. It's not something worth getting yourself in a hassle about. So I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to react to this live because I have absolutely no clue these new additions they're going to add. And I wanted to surprise myself while recording the video. So I have no clue what new additions are going to have going into this. So let's check this out. Let's see. 3 ways to play. In total, there are 3 different versions of the game, all with their own covers and bonuses. Okay, so they're going to actually detail. Okay, so let's see. The standard edition of the game, which will hit stores on Friday, March 8th, features none other than the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes on its cover. I've been known to keep a checklist of key milestones I want to experience on the path to finishing my story, Rhodes said in a press release. As an avid gamer, being named WWE 2K cover star is very, very close to the top of that list, and I'm very happy to work with the teams at 2K and Visual Concepts to bring that dream to life. The standard edition comes with bonuses with your pre-order. Those include the Nightmare Family DLC pack which includes 2 vintage versions of Cody Rhodes, his Undashing and Stardust characters, along with a Dusty Rhodes model based on what the legend looked like in 1976. Lastly, that pack will feature a playable superstar Billy Graham, one of Dusty's longtime foes in the ring. No, he wasn't. It was just like literally a one-off match, but I digress. I digress. And on the mainstream level, I'm not talking about on territories and stuff like that, although WWF at the time was territory. You get what I'm trying to say, though. It wasn't that big of a deal. Not as big as they make it out to sound. The Nightmare Family Pack also includes 3 exclusive cards for the returning My Faction digital card game within the title, and interestingly, a digital copy of WWE 2K23, the previous year's title. The standard edition will cost $60. No one is playing 2K23 when they have 2K24. That was a retarded inclusion, but I digress. The deluxe edition of the game, which launches a few days prior on March 5th, features both WWE Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley and former WWE Women's Champion Bianca Belair on the cover. This version of the game includes everything in the standard edition, plus a suite of tools to help you conquer the My Rise career mode, and inclusive My Faction cards for both cover superstars. Oh god, I hate that word inclusive. Exclusive. Wow, I'm a retard. Durr! Exclusive My Faction cards for both cover superstars. The deluxe edition will cost $100. Lastly, also releasing on March 5th is the 40 Years of WrestleMania edition. This version of the game features a collage of WrestleMania's biggest stars over the past 4 decades and includes everything from the other 2 versions, plus an extra DLC pack filled with wrestlers and some of their iconic WrestleMania attires, a host of My Faction cards. Lastly, this version of the game will allow you to download this year's WrestleMania 40 arena after the event for use in the game. The 40 Years of WrestleMania edition will cost $120. Well, I know what edition I'll be buying. That's really fucking cool, though. That's awesome. You think they'll put Benoit in the game? All right, continuing on. New match types. After adding the War Games match in WWE 2K23, the team behind 2K24 is introducing 4 new match types for the game. Ooh. While on the surface they may not sound as exciting as War Games, they should all make for some exciting moments, and one in particular is a match fans of the franchise have been clamoring for. Special guest referee matches are back. Okay, that's pretty cool. Those matches will allow players to step into the role of referee to officiate matches. Anything that a ref can do, players will be able to do. Associate gameplay producer Brian Williams told GameSpot. If you want to be above board, be the boring guy, or if you want to have fun and cause chaos throughout the match, you'll have full access and the ability to do so. And for those that remember hiccups years back with the match type, with your playable character not actually wearing the referee shirt, those moments are in the past. Per Williams, anyone selected as referee will automatically come out in a customary black and white stripes. However, another addition is the ability to create a referee in the game's creation suite. Oh, I'm going to abuse the shit out of that creation suite. I mean, if they actually include universe mode this year or actually make GM mode, good this year, oh, I'm going to abuse the shit out of that. I haven't made a Fed in like almost over a decade. I would love to do a Fed series this year. I'll actually probably, if they actually make universe mode and GM mode somewhat good, like at least on par with 2K19, oh man, yeah, I'll probably do a game series with a Fed, a customized Fed. I used to do customized Feds all the time in the past. Absolutely would do that this year if they made it like, playable. I mean, with promos and like, backstage interference and stuff. Oh, continuing on. Another addition is the ambulance match. If you somehow missed one of these on WWE programming, the aim is simple. You beat up your opponent to the point that you toss them in the back of an ambulance, allowing for them to be carted off to the hospital. It remains to be seen how exactly this match type will be played. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. All right, they had that in the what was that? I think they had it like on the the Nintendo DS version of 09, I think. I remember seeing that match in that game. I played, no, yes I did play. My brother had it, but I mean, I never owned it personally. The same goes for the Caaket match, another new match type. Much like the ambulance match, the aim of this one is The aim of this one, if you haven't seen Undertaker dominate these matches over the years, is to beat up your opponent and stuff them in a casket at ringside. Oh, that's pretty cool. So, like, I wonder, is it going to be like the same way how they did, the Shawn Michaels and Triple H, what was it called again? I forgot what it's called. The rival thing they had going on in the story mode they had back in, 2K15? It's going to be similar to that. It's going to be like SmackDown 2, Know Your Role kind of casket match. We'll see how it goes. The last addition is another one fans have been wanting. The Gauntlet match is back. In short, this is a match that puts your determination to the test. In it, the player faces a series of opponents, one after the other, as soon as you defeat one person. A new and fresh opponent makes their way out. Ultimately, it's a fun way to put your own skills to the test. Oh, that's pretty cool. So, but what do they mean by gauntlet match? So do they mean like gauntlet as in like a slobber knocker type of gauntlet match? Or do they mean like a gauntlet match in the sense of like, like 5 people you have all ready to line up to go against you in the ring? Like, I wonder what they mean by that. That'd actually be pretty nice, because when was the last time we had a gauntlet match? I mean, again, if they're not counting a slobber knocker, like a legitimate, what you see on television gauntlet match, you know what? Not even gonna lie to you. I could be wrong. I don't remember ever seeing a gauntlet match in the SmackDown series, at least. That includes SmackDown vs. Raw, the 2K games. No, I don't think there's ever been a gauntlet. Now, they had Gauntlet. Whew, man, I'm going to show my age right here. They had Gauntlet and WWF Attitude. I remember that back in the days. Going back to like 1999 on this one. But yeah, I remember them having a Gauntlet match in Attitude. But as far as the WWE series, and the Gauntlet and Attitude, yeah, no, it was like a slobber knocker, but it only let you set to like 3 opponents, if I remember correctly. Again, that was like well over almost 25 years ago at this point. God damn, I just showed my age with that one. The 2K Showcase of Immortals. Of course, the 2K Showcase is back. Instead of focusing on a single wrestler, though, 2K is using the 40-year history of WrestleMania as the backdrop. The mode will feature 21 different matches from throughout WrestleMania, with many of the biggest moments highlighted. So essentially, they're going to do what 2K14 did, but 21 matches? Okay, maybe my math isn't adding up. I'm not mathing correctly. But if there's 40 years of WrestleMania, you would think there would be more than 21 matches? I'm trying to think, is there any match that they could not have done that would have blocked them? Well, I guess matches. I guess WrestleMania 20 for the most part is no. They could have done Eddie and Angle if they wanted to, because I'm pretty sure Goldberg probably owns his own rights. I'm assuming or presuming, so maybe he couldn't be in the game, or maybe he can. I'm just not sure. And obviously, you're not gonna do anything with the triple threat match main event. But you could have done Eddie and Angle if they wanted to. I don't know. Call me crazy. At this point, none of the matches from the new 2K Showcase has been reviewed. However, with previous years, winning matches and completing objectives in Showcase mode will unlock more content within the game. Other additions. 2K24 also includes a bunch of updates elsewhere in the game, including several additions to the My GM mode, which lets you book and simulate your own shows, putting you against AI or another player. After being brought back 2 years ago, 2K24 will see the mode gain new match types and championships, contract management, and talent scouts. And hopefully, in my opinion, if you don't want to do universe mode anymore, just incorporate it within My GM. I don't know why that's so fucking hard. Literally, just take everything you're doing with universe mode, that's it. Keep it exactly the same, and throw in the talent scouts, throw in the contract management. That's it. You ain't got to do everything else. Keep universe mode exactly how it is, and just throw in contract management and talent scouts, and bring back the fucking promo system. If they got rid of it 2 years now, you should be perfectly capable of having a capable promo system. Bring the shit back. Otherwise, universe mode is just fucking unplayable. And I don't want to play GM mode if they're not going to do anything with that either. Like, I don't want to just simulate matches all the time or having a limited 4 match. No, bro. Give me 14 matches just like universe mode. Let me deal with the contracts. Just, again, universe mode, and just throw in the talent scouts, contract management, and bring back promos. That's it. You have all those things already at your fingertips. Just do that. I don't need voice actors, all right? I don't need any of that shit. I'm okay with text box, okay? I understand voice actors. That's just not going to work. That's just not... It would take 100 years to complete the game if you did some shit like that. I'm perfectly fine with how that is. Just make universe mode fun again. God damn. My Rise, the franchise's version of a career mode, also returns with 2 unique stories, one for male superstars and one for female superstars. While few details have been shared, a press release notes that for the first time, Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes will be providing voiceovers for the mode, along with WWE Hall of Famer Mick Foley. 2K also promises original characters and awards from the game that will carry over outside of My Rise mode. As mentioned above, My Faction is also back with a slew of updates designed to make for an easier gameplay experience. Then, of course, there's the updates to wrestling matches themselves. WWE 2K24 includes some of the things which we've never seen in these games before, which should get... You say that all the time, but just fucking show me the goddamn trailer and let's get to that, okay? Not the trailer that we've seen already, but actually show me like a legitimate trailer of some of the game modes and give me a legitimate trailer of what the fuck is going to happen in regards to the breakdown of universe mode and My GM mode. That's all I give a fuck about. And honestly, all this other stuff is just like pretty basic shit. Let me see. Basically, if you are able to store 3 finishers in your match, you'll unlock the ability to hit your opponent with a super finisher. Ooh, that's pretty good. For an example, if you're playing as Cody Rhodes, you'll hit his signature Cody Rhodes 3 times in succession, doing serious damage to your opponent while also temporarily suspending the resilience, which will allow them to easily kick out of a pin attempt. Think of the super finishers as the move that will put your WrestleMania event match to bed. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. I don't know why they described it that way, but they make the video games. I'm pretty sure they don't know a goddamn thing about professional wrestling. The last addition of note is from the Creative Suite. In addition to the inclusion of the new Creative Referee tool, players will also be able to make their own crowd signs. Okay, weren't we doing that before? Oh, our own. Okay, we wouldn't just do it. Okay, we can only assume that in doing so, you'll be able to upload your own sign images to the game, which that's going to be abused to death. That's going to be horribly abused. Oh, I can see it already. So many Nazi signs. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, God, I'm salivating. Much like you can already do for logos and faces for your created superstars. Okay, that's pretty cool. So again, I got the link down in the description box below if you want to check it out. It's a little bit more detailed than I fucking just fumbled all over, but for the most part, so what we got out of this essentially that's somewhat new, ambulance, casket, I guess the return of gauntlet matches, technically speaking, and special guest referee matches, which I'm not gonna lie, the special referee one I really, really want. That one I've been dying to have for the ambulance match and the casket match and the gauntlet match. It's cool to have those as alternatives, to kind of like broadening your rivalries whenever you want to have a match end a little bit more spectacular without having to rely on like a Hell in a Cell or a steel cage or a last man standing on Extreme Rules. I like the variety of matches, so I'm never going to argue against that. That's fucking awesome. I am kind of curious how the casket match mechanics is going to work. The ambulance match seems pretty self-explanatory. Like, I'm pretty sure while putting the guy inside the cat, like, I'm pretty sure the ambulance match is going to be very similar to like the Buried Alive match back on the old SVR games. But the casket match, I'm very curious. Is it going to be like SmackDown 2, throw them inside them and just step on them a couple of times? Or is it going to be like the Kane Triple H casket match that they had for WWE 2K15? And the gauntlet match, that one, again, it's just slobber knocker, so I don't really care too much about that one. But the special guest referee, that's going to help out a lot with some of my rivalries. Really can't wait to use that one, especially when you need a reason to not do a triple threat match. And that's going to be a really, really good addition. I like that a lot. And again, the cover stars, I guess I don't really give a shit, to be honest with you. And again, the only thing that I really care for, the My Rise is going to be what... I might actually complete My Rise this year. I've yet to actually compete it for real. I might actually, try it this year. I would definitely say, I got to see how Universe Mode or My GM is going to end up being. But I will say this game, it has a new coat of paint on it. I would definitely say, a couple of things probably still linger. I'm very, very curious of two things. Like I said before, the Universe Mode and My GM are things I'm really, really curious about. But the other thing that I'm super duper curious about also is the gameplay. I want to see how the gameplay is going to turn out. Like, more in particular, like, I don't want to see any more of that Tekken sequence shit. I'm actually okay with completely overhauling the control scheme to the game. If you don't want to go back to the old version of video games, then that's fine. But no more of this fucking arcade, fucking Tekken style thing to do a move. Go back to the simple circling left, circling right, circling up, circling down. If they're dizzy, do the same thing. They have more power moves. Go back to that system again. Please, no more of this Tekken bullshit. That completely ruined the experience for me on both games. And don't worry, guys. As always, when the game comes out, I'll be the one detailing the Universe modes, as always. I mean, if they have it in the game this year. If Universe mode is not in the game this year, GMO better be fucking tip-top shape motherfucking awesome. Because if Universe mode is not in the game and GM mode is in the game, and I'm not seeing anything prominent with GM mode, I'm not playing the game this year. Fuck that shit. I don't give a fuck how good the matches are. I need a sandbox mode to express my creativity within the game. If Universe mode is out, that's already going to harm it for me. If they do nothing with GM mode while taking Universe mode out, I'm not buying the game this year. So that's just me, though. But again, if you want to, read through it yourself, I got the link down in the description box below. Let me know your thoughts on how you feel about the game. As always, my name is Devontae, and I'll be catching you guys later. Deuces, P. Eyes.